food. The only food we had was chickpea soup in rustic cans. That was our food morning, noon, and night. We saw no butter, no bread, no nothing.
Many people died of disease in that camp.
Not only that, while we were in camp, there were still people left in Germany, people who were older people, especially women, maybe about 60, 70 years old. They brought them to our camp in huge trucks, and do you know how they let them off the trucks? Threw them down on the ground, which was cement. So half of them died right then and there. But for me to see that was, as a young person, can you imagine? It's something that I hope none of us ever experience again. That's what I want. But
What was the sleeping arrangements there?
the sleeping arrangements, we had no beds. We had straw on the ground, on the floor, on the wooden floor, straw, and underneath were little animals like rats and mice and all that kind of stuff. We had no heat. The only way we could get heat, there was an oven, a sort of a stove, and at night time, I remember there was another girl about my age, I forgot her name. We went outside someplace and found some wood to make some fire on the stove so we could have a little bit heat. There was no cooking facilities, nothing. It was just a very, very, very sad time for me as a young girl to be in a camp for that long a time.
But you were with your mother the whole time.
My
So that was
mother
a help.
and my father was someplace else. I don't even want to remember what happened because it's too difficult, really. It was not human. It was not human, that's for certain. I don't know whether the camp is still existing. I have no idea. Have you ever seen the camp is still existing?
Excuse me?
Do you know if the camp is still existing?
I don't know.
I guess we could look it up on the computer nowadays. You can find out everything.
Gurs, or the Gurs, or Gurs, we look G-U-R-S, Gurs. Okay.
Founded in 1939.
Yes.
Did you have any questions that I could answer?
If anyone has a question, speak really loud so everyone can hear.
Not you, I want the children.
There's a boy over there who has a question.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
How was the jail? How was the jail?
What was it like in the jail when you got out of the train in France? Do you remember anything about
It
it?
was so dark, it was so dark, I didn't even know it was a jail. I only know, I don't know if it's a
Talk into the microphone, please.
They had sort of a water fountain. They put their foot down and the water comes out in the left hand. I understood later on that was a jail. I didn't know it was a jail. It was not for human beings. We were not treated like human beings. See how lucky I am that I'm here now, be able to talk to you. Did you ask me something?
No.
Anybody else?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
What was it like in the days, in all the days? What did you do in the days?
What did you do
What
while
did
you were in
we
the
do in the
camp
day?
during the day?
That's something that was very, very difficult. My mother was a very nice lady. She could write poems. And we were writing poems in German. Some of them, they were rhyming. Some of them were like, I cannot see the Pyrenees so through the barbed wire. It was rhyming in German. It had a melody.
The Pyrenees are mountains that you could see.
The
Yes.
Pyrenees, the beautiful mountain range in Spain, and our camp was right in front of it. So we wrote poetry.
Did you have something to write it on, or you just made it up and just remembered it?
You're asking me too many questions I don't remember. You see, I don't remember a lot of things what happened. All I know that it was terrible. Very, very sad.
And you work?
Pardon?
Did they have you working in the camp?
No. No working. Wasn't a work camp. Wasn't. All we were trying to do is get out of there. She wrote, my mother had a pet. We had candidates. She wrote to all kinds of people. Different organizations. I must say the Joint Distribution Committee. Do they have it in Israel also? The Joint Distribution Committee? I think so. They helped us very, very, very much. Absolutely.
One of the boys I want to ask: were there any miracles that happened to you during your escape?
The miracle was that I finally got out. That was a miracle.
What did it feel like when you got off the boat from
It was the.
from
It was amazing.
Portugal to New York?
It was amazing when I got out of the camp and we went to Lisbon. I don't know, my mother somehow, and I don't know how, she always had money. We went into a delicatessen store in Lisbon and I saw all this food hanging down from the ceiling. And my mother said, you can have whatever you want. I remember that today because I was so hungry. Because we had no decent food.
And when you got to America, how did it feel to finally step on the United States soil?
I didn't know, but when I got to New York, my sister, my brother-in-law, and my first cousin and his wife came to pick us up. I got off the boat. You know, my foot felt like it was going back onto the boat. I didn't believe I was there because we were
It's been over 2.5 years since you left Germany.
We were in Havana, and with our papers that we thought were proper. One step off, there was my cousin.
You could see your cousin waving to her from
They
Cuba.
got there 2 months before with the same paper. It was horrible.
We have another question.
Yes.
How was it on the boat?
How was it on the boat?
What was it like on the boat from Germany to Cuba? Tell us about that. When you thought you were going to go to Cuba.
Oh, that was wonderful here. Beautiful food, beautiful entertainment. We were swimming, with playing ping pong. It was wonderful.
Yes, the St. Louis.
It was in St. Louis. It was a wonderful
cruise.
a luxury liner.
Can I ask you a question?
Except we were
And
not,
then there was another boat, and then when you came back, I'm sure the mood was very different. When you came back from Cuba to Europe, then people were upset. They didn't know where they were going to go.
Look, you come to another country like Belgium, you don't know the language either. You can't work. My father learned how to put sole under my shoes. I don't know how he did it, so I could walk to the woman that I worked for. How today sometimes I think about the times, I try not to think about it because it's impossible to have lived like that. Impossible.
And how about the boat? The
maybe
boat. You didn't tell us about the boat from
How do you stay?
Lisbon.
How do you stay religious after what you went through?
How do you stay religious after going through all this?
Because my parents were very religious, but not orthodox. But as I said before, we had kiddush, we had services at our house. The reason I believe my grandparents were orthodox, because I know my grandmother was still living when my mother and father got married. And she came once, my mother was telling me the story, she came into my brother's kitchen, and we had help. And the lady who was helping my mother, the maid, had a milchige spoon or the fleischige counter. And my mother was telling me, Grandma told me I should never have let that woman do that. So we were religious, but a little bit less than orthodox, but definitely religious. I don't know, it might be a little difficult to understand.
I think he was asking how you remained believing in Hashem even after being in Europe. How did you keep believing in Hashem, believing in
We
God?
had to believe, because if they had left him Hashem, I don't think he would have gotten out. You have to have faith. You have to have a positive outlook on life. It's going to happen. They're not giving up. My parents both were that way. But you know, it was not easy. Life is not easy, girls and boys. Sometimes, but it's wonderful when it's easy. I have it so easy now that it's hard to believe. What would you like?
What made you join the Holocaust to stay alive?
What?
What made in the Holocaust? What made you stay alive? Was
How did you stay alive? What kept you going?
What kept us going is believe in Hashem. Also, my mother. There were always people who needed some help. We always tried to help each other out. By trying to help other people, you get a little bit strength. You get strength to survive. It's a job, you know. You have it's not given to you just like this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes.
What happened when you got out of the camp?
What?
How was it that you were able to leave
No,
Camp Earth?
what happened when you got out of the camp?
How was it that, why did they let her go?
This person came and said them they have to.
How was she able to?
How did you find out that you were able to leave Camp de Gurs to go to Marseille? You remember?
We had the Red Cross came with a letter that they had heard from the organization that we were going to get out to Marseille in order to get our visa essentially. The Red Cross was a very good organization. Do they have a English one?
There's something called Magen David Adom.
Oh, it's different. The Red Cross helped us a lot. They also helped us to locate my father.
Yehuda has a question. Yehuda. Rudy.
Yes, what's your question?
What kind of surgery did you have?
Oh, when you had surgery when you were 10 years old.
I had the appendix taken out.
Oh.
Yes,
So
and I was 10 years old.
So
I
I
don't have an appendix. And I had never been in a Catholic hospital. I had never been in a Catholic hospital. They were so nice. Then I got out of the operating room and I had all kinds of sounds under my bed. They even came to visit me at home and wanted to tell my mother how much they enjoyed helping me get better. In those days, you stayed about a week in a hospital. Nowadays, you go in and out. You see, medicine is a bit different.
I have a question. Was it only girls in the jail or also boys?
When you were in the jail, were there men and women together? Do you remember?
It was so dark, you couldn't tell you.
There was no lights, there was no burden.
It was so dark, it was amazing. I didn't know what
How
it
do you
did.
know if you felt the person? How do you know if it was a girl or a boy? She only know that turn around.
What was the question?
If you felt a person, did you know if it was a girl or a boy next to you?
I only slept with my mother.
You stayed with your mother.
There was no days or
My mother and I only
it was like
slept
only
together.
dark.
When you were walking, how do you know if you're gonna bump into somebody or not? You just have to stand there. No. Too dark.
I could not answer it because I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's too dark.
You weren't in the jail very long. Then they put you on this cattle
We were
car.
there maybe a year and a half.
In jail?
A day and a half or something.
When you came out of jail, what did you feel like?
But
When you came out of jail, did you feel like your eyes woke up or something?
Ask again.
When you came out of jail, did you feel like your eyes woke up?
Did you feel like your eyes woke up when you left the jail? It was so dark there.
my eyes felt better, but the future was uncertain and it was not very pleasant because we didn't know from jail into camp. You know,
Did you know that they were shipping you to a camp? They put you in this cattle car.
we were in Holocaust, we don't know when we got there. You want to ask me a question?
Yeah, how do you know how much time you were in jail?
How do you know how much time you were in the jail?
How much? It was 1 day or so. We got on the train. We were arrested in Paris at the train station, and then they put us in jail. Then they didn't know what to do with us. That's how we found this cattle car. They put us in the cattle car.
Do you guys know?
Wait, Mayor, I think
Did
you
you
have a
guys know
question.
when it was there, right?
Wait, guys.
Wait, some of the people from the back.
When I call you, have a question, but there.
There's all kind of people that try to say that that the Germans today are nice people and the Nazis, so they weren't really so anti-Semitic. Not really, but that's what they say. What could you tell those people, as your own experiences, to tell them they have no clue what they're talking about, and the Nazis were animals?
They say now the Nazis weren't bad.
There's people today that say that.
Who's saying it?
There's a lot of people in the world today that say that.
I would like to tell them the Nazis were the worst people in the world. They were killing people, not only killing, but making people feel very uncomfortable before they killed them. That's the thing. They were not human beings, they were animals.
Wait, Mayor, I think. Wait one second, Mayor. Yeah.
Where did you guys go on the catapult?
Where did you go on the catapult? Where did you go when you were on the catapult?
From jail to good. But in order to use facilities, the train stopped and we had to go. The train was pretty high, it was very difficult for my mother to get down. Because
Where did it actually take you? From Gers, you went to where?
No, from Paris. She was arrested in Paris. You were arrested in Paris. And then they were in jail for a short time. And then they were put in a cattle car to go to southwest France. How long a trip was that? Remember?
probably a day and a half.
Southwest France, and that's where this camp was, where she was for over a year.
Right at the border of Spain and France.
Huey?
What happened to your father?
What happened to your father while you were in the camp?
As I said before, my father was at a different camp. But we did not know for 6 months whether he was alive or not, because he was arrested in Brussels, picked up. So we had no idea. And then the Red Cross came to, and they sent letters to all the different camps with the address with my father's name on. And we finally heard from my father that he was alive. But my father wrote down, he was very good. I found some papers where he wrote down he was first in this camp, and then he was in another camp, and then he was in 3 different camps. And after, after a year or so, we finally got together and in Marseille to Lisbon.
Okay, maybe we'll take one more question.
Yes.
Afterwards, if anyone wants to continue asking, then those who want to stay can stay. But I don't want to keep anyone too long. So maybe one more question.
One of the boys asked. How did you know? Did you know what day of the week it was, or you had no idea?
Did I know?
Like on any given day, did you know that it was a Monday, or you had no idea if it was Shabbos?
We didn't have a calendar, but we knew when was Shabbos. My mother and I, we always said our prayers on Friday night.
Wow. How did you keep track? How did you know?
It's a miracle.
Oh, there's the miracle.
It's absolutely a miracle. But we never gave away our faith. Never.
Wait, one thing, we could definitely ask questions all night. As long as we could ask questions all night, as long as you could go. I just want to make sure if anyone's restless and wants to go officially.
Now's the time. If you need to walk out and you need to schmooze, now's the time to walk out. Whoever wants to ask more questions is welcome to stay. Walk out at any time.
Anytime. You can. I want to make sure we're not keeping anyone, but yeah, you know. You want to keep us some more questions?
Okay.
If you have a couple, I don't.
Yes. Okay. Yehuda.
Miami.
What happened at Miami?
He wants to know. You mentioned that you didn't like Miami.
I didn't like Miami.
Yeah.
The reason I didn't like Miami, we were all in St. Louis, going up and down going up and down the coastline. Why would I like it? They wouldn't let us in.
Guys, if you're now, you can make some noise if you need to leave for the next 30 seconds. But if you leave, Eitan, to answer your question, if you leave after this time, you have to walk out very quietly so that people can hear what's going on.